Okay, everybody. Testing, testing. One, two, three. I am live. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. So, thanks for joining me again today. I'm so sorry for being late again. I don't know what is going on. I gotta get used to using Facebook live for streaming because there's so many little things about it. It's very picky when going live. I mean, dropping in a pre-recorded video or reel, that's easy. But going live is a lot of. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Today's day two. So today we're going to be designing in Canva. I realized yesterday that I really didn't go over the supply list the way I wanted to, and I am very sorry about that. So we're gonna go ahead and start there um, with the supply list. This is the supply list for the Back to School Challenge, which we are here today. Um, I'm just going to show what is on the list. All right, if it will clear up for me. Give it a minute, give it a minute. Let me close out some of these tabs. I may have overloaded my browser a bit. I have so many things up. Yeah, let me close out some of these things here. Okay, so this is the list, the supply list. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so supplies needed. Now you have options between if you want to do physical products with sublimation, print on demand with no equipment, or if you just want to do digital, all you really need pretty much is the same thing as print on demand if you're just doing digital products. So for sublimation, for the hands-on method, you're going to need sublimation ink, sublimation paper, a printer that you're going to convert. So when I say convert, you're going to actually put the sublimation ink inside of your printer instead of the ink that comes with the printer. So the best printer that we like to use now are the Epson EcoTank printers. Um, it's pretty much just like filling it with regular ink, the same method, but except you're not using the ink that it comes with, you're using the ink that you're going to be purchasing. Okay, and when I say sublimation ink, there's my Amazon link there. Oh, snap. So this list does have links in it. This is the ink that I like, 4 by 100 milliliters sublimation. It looks just like the ink that comes with the printer, except you'll be putting this ink instead of the ink that comes with the printer. I can't say it enough because it's very important not to use the ink that comes with the printer because it won't press to your blanks when it's time to create your products. Okay, so I'm gonna close that out. Um, as far as printers go, the printer that I like to use, well, this is the actual printer that I actually use. It is my Epson EcoTank, my 2400. This is like the little sister of all the big ones, all the 2800s and 2850s and the 15,000s. This is like a good starter one. And you know, I've had it for a couple of years. I've had no problems with it. It does what it's supposed to do. I haven't had any clogs or anything. So I got mine for a little bit less than this from Walmart, but they don't sell it that price anymore at Walmart. You can check it out if you want to, but this link is here at Amazon if you want to go straight to it. So, um, and then you need your heat press, you'll need heat tape, butcher paper, heat gloves to protect your gloves from the heat of pressing. You'll need scissors and measuring tape. Measuring tape is important because you want to measure your substrate or your blank. You want to make sure you have the correct measurement because not all blanks or cups or shirts or these things, book bags, lunch bags, they're different depending on what the provider has to offer to you. Um, so even with the templates that I have to give to you guys, it's best to always measure just to make sure, measure twice, cuss once. Or how's it go? Measure once, cuss twice. But yeah, double measure your stuff. And then I'm going to show you how to resize your image to accommodate if you need to make any changes to your design. Okay, now if you're doing print on demand, you'll need your laptop, your mobile device. You can do it with the phone. Printify does allow you to use your mobile device to create print on demand. You need internet access or Wi-Fi to access the website to create the products. You'll need a Canva account. You can also use Photoshop, but for now we're going to be using the Canva account, which is free. There's also a pro version that offers additional elements to choose from. Um, then you need the Printify account. This is the one I like to use, but you can always use Printful, Gelato, um, T-Launch. Um, there's others that you can use, and then an external storage. An external storage is ideal if you have a lot of designs, a lot of images you want to save without depending on your laptop to hold all that information, because these laptops do crash. And if they crash and you can't get it cut back on, you just lost all your documents and all your designs you saved to your computer. Now, if you save them to Canva, you can always go on to Canva and get your designs back. So that's a plus. But if your designs and elements are on the laptop itself, then those are gone. Those are gone. Okay. Or you could always do like a Google storage if you want to store on yeah, on Google Drive. That's another option too, but I think after a certain amount of space, you have to start paying Google for their storage. Same thing with Dropbox. That's another one you have to pay for their storage as well, for their cloud storage usage. Okay, and so these are the book bags, the lunch bags, pencil case, tumbler, or kids cup that we will be making this week. All right, so this is the list. It is in the My Beacons AI / Gail Does DIY is there for free. Just go on over and download it. It's a PDF, no charge. Okay. All right. So from here, we're gonna go on to talk about Canva. We talked yesterday about what is Canva. This is Canva. We're looking at Canva right now. This is like my right hand, my go-to for everything. This is where I go to design. This is where I go to create everything. A lot of my stuff is saved here, and yeah, and everything you see here, you'll actually be getting with the VIP. So if you decide to sign up for the VIP, you'll be getting the 12-piece mock-ups. You get the design, the mock-ups. If you want to make these items and you want to sell them, it comes with the book bag, the cups, the smaller book bag, the lunch box, the bigger lunch box, socks, pencil case, crayon case, a mask, t-shirt. So yeah, it's a bunch of stuff in there. And this is be for free. I actually saw this on Etsy and it's doing pretty well. It's doing pretty well. Um, and then you'll also be getting this one as well. This is the I call it the blue boy template. So these are pre-sized to fit um, the standard lunch bag, pencil case, and full face book bag. So these are already pre-sized. All you have to do is go in there and change your design and download it and press it to your blank book bag. Okay. You'll also be getting the time and temperature chart, which tells you how long to press certain things without burning it, because these things can burn. And I'll also give you my layout. We have my day 1 layout, my 5-day layout. That's here too. You get a ribbon that you join the VIP for the Back to School challenge. This, I'm gonna get rid of this. So, so all those things you get, and also I'm including um, composition notebook covers. They're just they're regular colored, so they're black or blue. They're regular colored for you to enjoy. So now we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me go to my home page so you can see how Canva looks like on its home page. To sign up to Canva, you just go to www.canva.com. As you see up here, um, you have many different options as to what you would like to do. Most people use Canva for these reasons. We'll make a flyer, you want to make a design for a t-shirt. Sheets is new. It's like Google Sheets or Excel. This is Doc. You want to make a whiteboard. This is pretty cool. Make a slideshow. You create social media reels here. So you could upload your video here and edit it before uploading it to Facebook. And they have pre-sized templates sized for Facebook, Instagram. Um, they have Twitter and TikTok as well. Edit your photos here, create your videos, just like social media. These two are pretty much the same. Print, they have a print provider that you could kind of like print on demand that you would submit your document, not your document, you would put your design on a shirt and they can actually be your print on demand provider. Create a website. You upload documents, upload pictures from here. You create a custom size document here in case you don't want to go with these pre-sized ones here. Okay. And then on the left, this is the create button. This is the home button where we are right now. Projects. If I click on this, all my projects are going to line up here. Once it loads, well, not all of them, but it's going to show some. It's going to show some of my projects here, and then all my folders are here. So some projects I have placed in folders to keep things nice and neat. Templates, depending on the type of design you're going to do, they have templates that you can use to help you get started. So by category, flyer, presentation, Instagram reel, TikTok video, Instagram stories, and these are examples for reels and videos. Okay. Down here are the brand kits. You can create several different sections, or I guess I'll say like buckets for your brands. So Desi Lush Boutique, that's my digital products brand. I did have another one called Equally Yoked for a couple products, but I decided to put that on hold for now. And then BKG Customs, that is our balloons and custom gifts shop. And I had to make another one for my Gail Does DIY. So I'll probably be replacing this with my Gail Does DIY brand kit. Canva AI. This is a wonderful tool. Wonderful tool. You can actually design by using words. So it's pretty much word to image. Um, you can pretty much do everything here. Design for me, create an image. You could draft code, create a video clip by just typing in what you want it to do. It's kind of like ChatGPT, but it creates a design. All right, these are cool things that AI can create. You create a little cartoon, a video, city skyline. It's really nice. And down here, apps. Canva has a lot of apps. A lot of apps to choose from. Some of my favorite apps are like are the ones you use for creating letters, like fun letters. Um, using chopping the background, making letters pop, making things move. Okay, so these are some pretty good apps here. Some of these are only with Canva Pro. Like if you notice the little crown, like right here next to brand, that's a Canva Pro feature. Excuse me. That's a Canva Pro feature. So whenever you see that, you have to upgrade to Canva. So if you don't have Canva Pro, you probably won't see this. You won't see that brand thing right there. All right, so back to home. All right, let's load down with Canva. That's the main screen. So now we're gonna go ahead. We can either hit create here, or we can hit custom size. If you click on create, it's gonna ask me what I want to create. Do I want to make a presentation, flyer, Instagram reel, TikTok video? I don't want to make any of those things. I want to make a custom size. So there's also a custom size button here. I'm just gonna click on this to get started. So our design, I'm going to create a 12 by 19. If I'm gonna do a 12 by 13. So let's do 13 wide. Oh, well, first, before I put the numbers in, I have to change the units from pixels to inches. There's also millimeters and centimeters for our international friends across the pond. So switch it to inches because we're here in the US. And 13 width by 19 high. Create new design. All right, so as it's loading, what are we gonna create today? So we're doing a back to school challenge. So we're gonna do something that both a boy and a girl can use. Something unisex, something that they both can enjoy, something they're both into. Um, maybe Fortnite. Boys and girls like Fortnite, right? So this is our blank template. I'm gonna go ahead and search. I'm not gonna search templates because if I click on any of these, it's gonna appear here. So if you want to use a template and you're like, you know what, I'm out of ideas, I don't know what to do, or I want to create a resume or something like that, you just click this and it will populate into Canva where you can then go in, make changes. Notice where my mouse is, the the purple box. The purple box is where you can click to make changes. And of course, I would zoom in so I can see what I'm doing, you know. And I don't want any of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the back button to undo it. So I go back to my blank screen. Let's zoom back out so I can see my whole screen. All right, let's see. And elements, I haven't talked about elements. So now that we're in the design, um, this menu over here changes a little bit. You do have your templates, but you also have elements. Now you have text options if you want to put, start typing. The brand, I already went over that. Uploads are pictures that you will upload into Canva to hold for you. Tools, I really don't use tools. This is more like for whiteboard stuff. Projects, you can select other projects to populate into this one without having to go all the way out of your current design to get to the project, which is pretty cool. I really like that feature because sometimes I need some inspiration for myself. Magic Media, you can actually do just like the AI tool, you will put words and it will create images. Photos, you uploaded photos from your recently used photos. They save them here, which is really cool. Um, Background, you can change your background here or create your background color or texture that you want to use. My back to school ones, I love these. Audio, you can actually create your own sounds. You can create a voiceover. You can create a voice that talks for you. I think there's royalty-free music. I don't think these are royalty-free, but you can actually create your own music on here, and that would be through the AI section. Um, all right, and along the top, um, this is where we will share um, our design. You can add a note to your design. If you have social media attached, you can see who likes your design. This is your profile. You will name your design here. It's going to show how big the design is, 13 by 19. Um, it automatically saves, which is great. I love that. The mode we are in right now is editing. You could change it to view only if you want, like if you have a team and you just want the team to just look and not make any changes, or you can have them, you can allow them to make, put notes on the design without actually changing the design. But right now we're in editing. The resize button, this is a pro feature. So let's say, right, we're making a book bag. This is the size of a book bag. And let's say the book bag that we have is a little bit different in size than this one right here. We can hit resize and it will allow us to change the size of your document. Okay, so then once you select which one you want to change it to, you have the option to copy and resize or resize this actual design without copying it. Okay, and so now file, it will show the same thing here as here. You have the size of your document right here. You create your design, you upload files, you can save things, move things to a file. So remember my folders I have, or my project folders. You can save this to a folder, and also download and share is pretty much the same thing. There's more options here. Actually, it is the same. So whatever you do here, you could do here as well, or you could just trash it. Okay. There's also an app for Canva, but it's heavy. It is a heavy app. I could slow down your computer. So I like to just go to the website to use Canva. All right, so that's the nitty gritty of Canva. And let's get started. So we're gonna go ahead and do a Fortnite. So I need some inspiration. Let's go to Google. I'm gonna show you guys how to get outside elements for your Google for your book bag. So we're gonna do some searching, okay? All right, Fortnite backgrounds, and I like to specify that I want a PNG. All right, so now we're in Google. All right, let's select images. And actually, this is Yahoo. Mm-mm. I don't like Yahoo when it comes to that. But I mean, I can get some stuff. But I prefer Google. Let's go to Google. Hold up. It's like for some reason, like my computer is just like it doesn't want it doesn't want me to go directly to Google. It's like, like what in the world? Okay. So let's try again. We're gonna do Fortnite background. Mhm. All right, let's go. All right, look how nice that looks. Okay, let's look at some more images. Either you go with more images here, or you go to images here. Okay, and you see all the cool options we have. This would be cool to put on a book bag. That's cute too. I might grab that one. I don't know. Hmm. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some searching. Let's do some searching. Really nothing too heavy. While we're here, we can actually pick up some PNG images as well, like these, some clip art. So we can put on top of the background, right? Mm, that's the crew right there. This is pretty cool. Let me take a look at this one. I like it, but something right there isn't right. I like to when I select pictures, you hover over the picture, you can see how many pixels there are. The closer you get to 1,000, the better. You want to aim for 1,000 and up, really, but if you can't get to 1,000, at least close to 1,000 is up, because you want to have good quality. This one's pretty cool. This is a big one. Hmm, this is nice. So I can actually right click and save image as, and notice it says PNG image. If it doesn't say PNG image, you might not want it. If it says website, something like that, then you don't want that. All right, so it's my downloads. I guess I won't really rename this. I'll just save it. Okay. This is a cool background too. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. If it'll allow me to. See, look at that. The pixels are good. Save image as. That, I don't trust that. So I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna look for one that's a PNG. Mm, 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 mm. This one's pretty cool. It's kind of blurry though. Yeah, so I'm big on quality. It can't be blurry. All right, so we're searching. I like the piñata. No, the llama piñata. Save image as. This one's a JPEG. Mm, JPEGs are all right. I'll save it. Okay, it's a JPEG. I'll save it just in case. I might be able to remove the background without any problems. Um, this one's cute. Let's grab this one. Save image as. It's another JPEG. I don't know if I'll take it anyway. Sometimes you can go into the websites. Like a couple of my favorites are PNG Clip. It's one of my favorites. Or you just go to the link. You gotta be careful with some of these websites though. All of them are your friend. Okay, this one's cute. This one is cute. Okay, like I said, not all websites are your friend. You have to be careful with them. If anything looks fishy, just get up out of there as soon as you can. Okay. All right. So notice there's two an ad. All right, so that went there. Okay, my download is finished. I'm gonna go back so I can grab another background. All right, that's cute too. All right, don't download, don't click on this one. It is an ad. I'm gonna click on this one down here. Hey Bree, what's up? Oh, okay. I'll help you out with that later, okay? Okay, so I think the download is done. Hover over that just to make sure. Then that was this one. I hope I got it. I wasn't even looking. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me double check in my files, make sure that it downloaded. Okay. All right. And I still need my background, so let's go back and find a background. I give it some time to load everything. This website is called freeiconspng.com. It's doing pretty well, so I'm going to save it to my favorites. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to go back to Google and see if I can find a background. I'm just going to grab one. This one looks good. This is a huge file. Um, it's a little more happier looking. Yeah, this one. Okay, if I right click on it, save image. No, it's too big. What's a really fun Fortnite background? Okay, this one looks good. All right, I'm about to wrap up my search because this is taking longer than expected. If it will let me get a PNG. The JPEG? Nah. All right, so I'm at that all giving me the JPEG treatment. Another cool thing is going to, um, not X, that might be too big. You can actually go to, you can go to Pinterest. Pinterest is another one. You can go straight there and um, get backgrounds from there. So I click on this one. You either go straight to Pinterest or right click. It's taking me to Pinterest for that background. Okay, it's pretty cool. Three dots. It's not letting me hit the three dots. I was loading. Okay. Okay, so I could download this. And there's a lot of other pretty ones too. Look at these. How cool are these, right? Our image to do our book back tomorrow. Okay, so I think we have everything we need. Let's head on back to Canva. I think I'm gonna settle with this one. Make sure I got my background that I need. Where did it go? Oh, okay, so it didn't save. Download image. Okay, now it's saving. Take a quick look at the other ones. They're really cool too. This is a cool one. Walking the trail. They're so silly. I could download image. All right, so go up. Just try to be nosy. They ask what you what you want the image for. I'm like, you know, don't worry about it. Okay, let's head on back. Let's head on back. So now we have everything we need, right? So now I'm gonna go ahead and upload. There's two ways you could upload an image. You could either hit upload, upload files, go to your downloads, go to the top of your downloads, and you can select all of them. I'm just gonna, you could either click, select all of them, or you can just drag your mouse across all the ones you want, like so. Drag your mouse and open. Oops, open. And you can see them load. They are loading, they are loading. Right, almost done. Okay, and I believe they're all done. Okay, so now, being that it is a rectangle, I'm just gonna use this one. for our book bag. All right, once you click it, it appears into the screen. Zoom out. All right, so now we have our background, okay? So we're gonna work in layers. We have our background. I'm gonna go ahead and put the peeps up in there. Click, you see these? Hover your mouse and you could click it like so. I'll probably say center them a little bit. You don't want them too close to the edge in case something happens over here or it's a seam on the on your document, no, not your document, on your blank. Okay, so now we can go ahead and we can either click on it or click and drag it over. That's another way. Got the llama. Okay, so this one has a background. That's JPEG images. They come with backgrounds. Um, the PNGs usually have transparent backgrounds. That's why when I pull these in, the backgrounds disappeared. But for JPEGs, we're going to have to use the background remover. Now, the background remover is a pro feature. So that's why I suggest, go ahead and get the pro. I pay 15 bucks a month for mine, worth every dime. So I'm going to go ahead and background remover, and the background is going to go away. And now you can move the lamb anywhere you want to move them to. Okay. You can even move this up, resize it down. If you want to. Victory Royale. I'm like, how cool is this, right? All right, so now we're just building our elements. That's how it's looking like so far. Okay, so what we're gonna do down here is we're gonna go ahead and add your kid. So the cool thing about Canva is we can go ahead and go to elements and we could find a kid hmm, like, let's see, child holding books. And if they don't have that, we can make our own. Okay, so I've got these photos here. You can use a cartoon kid if you want to don't want to put your actual kid on there. Use a cartoon kid, that'd be pretty cute. Or you can use an actual kid. Or you hit see all. It's gonna pull more up for you so you can have options to see what you're working with. Or you could put kids playing video games because Fortnite is a video game. Or something like that. That one's pretty cute. And then you would do the background remover. See, when it does this, you have to go in and erase around him. And I really don't feel like doing that right now. It takes a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete and get another one with a less complicated background. He's funny. I might grab these two. They're cute. I could, I think I could remove the background on them. Okay. All right, I can just crop the girl out by sliding the bar over, or I could crop the boy out by sliding the thing over. So we're gonna go ahead and do the boy for now. Okay. We can put them like so. Let's move the pinata, the llama pinata over here. Or we can move them up here. Let's start at the bottom, I think. And we can move them over here. I'm gonna think about Mike TV from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Like, oh man, you could put him there. You can move him up and maybe move them down here. You have to have like kind of have like an idea of what you want to do. Once you have an idea of what you want to do, once you have a vision in your mind and you're like, okay, yeah, we could do that. Bring him down. We could take him out completely. Make them a little bit bigger. Make this smaller. And you could even go ahead and put the kid's name in there. So this is what we'll do here. We're gonna go to text. Okay. So we could add a text box. Okay. So I'm gonna put Jimmy. And then here, we're going to pick a font. All right, so the cool thing is there's a lot of fonts in Canva, and the fonts, they actually, some of them, you will see a crown next to them. I'll see with the crown next to them right now. Maybe because I'm in Canva Pro right now, but there are some pretty cool fonts like Impact. Is Impact. Impact is a favorite that a lot of people like to use. Okay. Oh goodness. Fortnite Jimmy, or you could make Fortnite smaller and make his name bigger than Fortnite. Yeah. See? Or you could put Fortnite down here and put his name up here. The llama can hang out too. Make it like the llama's flying. Okay. And for additional elements, like if you want the llama to have a shadow, click on the llama. We'll go to edit. We're going to give the llama a little bit of a shadow. All right, go down, shadows. You do a drop shadow. Let me zoom in so you can see it. All right, so you see the shadow. You give it an angled shadow. Lift, you curve it. Give a backdrop. That one wouldn't make sense. A glow. I think a glow is pretty nice. Let's give it a bigger glow. Okay. Let's move the llama from over the mountain like that. Okay. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so we got Jimmy. Okay. So if you want Jimmy to look like the Fortnite logo, you can. You actually can. Um, Let me go ahead and show you guys how I can do it. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and turn the font white. Go here. We're going to change the color to white for Jimmy. We'll go ahead and find a black background. Go to elements. Let's find a black rectangle. All right, so it's here. We're going to change this black. I'm kind of hurrying up now because this is taking longer than I expected to. We're at 9 o'clock. Gotta hurry up. Bring that down some. Okay. I'm going to slide these down because I don't need that much space for Jimmy's name. Okay, so now I'm going to group them together. All right, so select both the name and the shadow. I hit group. And then what that does is it allows me to put those two elements together. So when I move them, they won't move. They won't separate. Okay, so I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Fortnite, straighten it out. I want you guys to see what I'm about to do. Let me straighten this out. Okay. Try to select the Fortnite. Okay. I don't want it too high though, so let me slide Jimmy down. Slide Jimmy down. I can actually put his name over the Fortnite. How cool is that? Right? That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, it kind of needs a bend right there, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I can make Jimmy a little bit smaller. Smaller a little bit. I'm going to stretch it out. Okay. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ungroup this because I want the rectangle to be a little bit skinnier. Rectangle's a little too wide for my liking. Or I might make Jimmy bigger. Or I could just capitalize Jimmy so that way it looks more like the Fortnite. Or not. Okay, another way to group is select elements. And you go to position. You go to layers. Hold on your control button. I have Jimmy Ray selected. You then select the box behind it and then group. All right, so now it's back together. I'm gonna slide that here, like so. Okay. Okay, so we pull out. Jimmy is on the Fortnite logo. Make llama a little bit bigger for effect. And then we could go ahead and bring the llama to the front position. We can arrange and then to front. So now the llama is up front. Okay, so that is our design. We're going to use this design tomorrow for our, I'll make them bigger. Yeah, we use this tomorrow to make our notepad. Not, what was my notepad? To make our book bag. And also I'm going to show you as well how to resize this to make a smaller shape or change the shape depending on what size you're making. If you're making a pencil case or if you're making anything else, you can actually resize it. Matter of fact, let me show you now how to resize. Okay, so we have, I like to click on that. So we have this here, and then once you hit resize, remember this is a pro feature. You can you can change the design, the size you want. Well, actually, let me see. Hit more, and it gives you other options on what size you want to change it to. All right. Custom size is here, so you hit custom size, and let's say like tomorrow I might the book bag I'm making has a like it's like half the size of a regular book bag. This design is gonna be we're gonna use on a print on demand book bag. But the one we're making tomorrow is gonna be more like a long rectangle, so it's gonna be like 11 by 8.5. So I can go ahead and change my width to 11 and my height like 8.5. All right. Now I can copy and resize. Okay. Now it's going to give me option to go to the next one, which is a different size canvas. Okay. Oh, still loading. It takes a while to resize. Okay. So it drops everything in here, and you have to just go in and resize your elements to fit what the next size project is. So you pull it out that way for it to fit. You will redo your letters. Well, you won't redo your letters, but you will just move things in a way that's going to look good on your other products, right? All right, so I'm going to leave it like this for now. And tomorrow we will reconvene. Same time tomorrow. I'm gonna be on time tomorrow, so it'll be 7:30 tomorrow. Um, we'll talk more about. Actually, tomorrow you're gonna see me actually sublimate. We're gonna do the lunch bag. We're going to do the book bag and the pencil case. I might do all four tomorrow. I don't know, but we're gonna be back tomorrow, and I will see you then. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging with me. Again, if you need the list, just head on over to beacons.ai/GailDoesDIY and go ahead and download the list, look it over, check out the things you may need or things you may be interested in, and I will see y'all tomorrow. All right, have a good night.